Get ready for Real Estate Best Buys, brought to you by the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro, with your hosts, Jeff Tamburillo, Sandy Pastor, and Jeff Popick. Buying, selling, building, financing. Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff have decades of professional service in all things real estate. And now, it's time for Real Estate Best Buys.
Good morning, Southwest Florida, and welcome. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for Real Estate Best Buys. We're here every week. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburillo of Steelbridge Realty.
And good morning, Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
You know, I'm obsessed right now with what we talked about a couple of times the last couple of weeks, price versus value. And I'd say if you have to make that decision between price versus value, 100 times out of 100, you go with the value. It's something people need to just etch into their brain.
Value is what investors pay attention to. Flippers and traders look at the price. And trading, the problem with trading is you know, I know a guy who does Forex, and I'll never forget it. He showed me his Forex trades he was doing, and he was doing great, except for the one line that hadn't been traded out yet. Well, if I took that trade, I'd lose everything I had. So we just let that trade sit out. And then that's a problem with everything you had in account. But the problem with trading is that, you know, there's always risk. And on the trading, it's a lot more volatile generally. And a random event takes you out. Yeah. And you look at this debacle we just came through, and that was a result of that we were trading real estate instead of investing. Everybody called themselves an investor. I'm like, you're a trader, dude. You're not an investor.
Right.
Yeah, whether it's the stock market or real estate, you know, it's there's risk, and your risk tolerance is part of that whole scenario.
But I think really honing in and understanding the concept of value is huge. I mean, I think that it's just something that people, for their own good, really need to be able to wrap their heads around.
Think about in 2006, if the market had blown and everybody was leveraged was a problem, but had everybody paid cash, but had they paid cash, it wouldn't have blown, because, you know, if you paid cash in 2006, you got a 3-time CD rate of return generally on your investment still, functioning against an 2006 basis. But just, you know, if it pays you to own it, well, then by God, you have the income to ride through it. Yep. But if you speculated in a property that's $900 a month negative cash flow, I sat with a guy in early 2007. We had coffee, and he's like, "What do I do?" And he was $1,400 a month, I think, in negative cash flow between two properties. I'm like, just take your savings account and divide it by $1,400, and you can project out the exact month you go broke. You'll know the day, honey. We're eating ramen from this day forward. That's it. Yeah. No more. So enjoy it, live it up till we get there. But you know what I mean? Yeah. And that was price versus value. I mean, that property, in my opinion, had no value because it gave you no income.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me that like in 2000?
Oh, I wish I'd have listened to me then too.
Yeah,
but it's all good.
Too, all of us. You know, I mean, you say all the time, you know, we're all investors. We've all been there, done that. And, honey, we brought that program, too.
No, what I'm speaking from is a result of my well-earned scar tissue.
Yeah,
exactly. Know what I mean? I've learned this because I did it. I pretty much, it's my joke, I made every mistake. One of these days, I'll write a book about real estate.
And I think making mistakes is how you really learn.
Well, it's true in life. I mean, it's true with anything. And it's definitely true in real estate.
Could do a reader's poll. If I ever write a book about real estate, a listener's poll, I have two titles in mind. One, the last title, I'll be done working in this town. But I either want to call it Lemmings, Looters, and Business People, or Speculators and the Prostitutes Who Serve Them.
That's right.
All right.
But the most important thing is you learn from those mistakes. You know,
absolutely.
And, you know, don't
the
keep
biggest
making
lessons,
them.
The greatest lessons come from the mistakes.
I've learned more from bad deals than I ever learned from good deals.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And so for those who aren't aware, we're in an election year. And so, you know, taxes now are on the table. I mean, all the talk about reducing taxes, and how does that factor into the value of property and the value of, you know, buying, selling, and so on? You have an opinion on taxation and value?
I had a guy call me just recently that was wanting to do a 1031, and I asked him, do you feel in the future capital gains are going to go down with, you know, the amount of people about to retire, the fact that they've raided most of the reserves that should have been there to support them when they when they retired? And he's like, well, God, I don't think it's going to go down. Well, why would you 1031? Why wouldn't you pay the tax now?
Yeah.
And this guy is just 1031 to 1031 to 1031. He's got a little bit of a chunk built up, and I'm like, well, I can't predict the future, and who knows what's going to happen. I mean,
I've never been a fan of 1031s. I just always felt, especially with gains, you pay your 15% and you're done. It's your money forevermore.
Well, and a lot of people have enough write-offs with other things
until you make money again
to do it. Yeah.
Then you get to give another 15%.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a big part of it. Do you have enough write-offs to offset whatever your capital gains or whatever those taxes are going to be? And if you have it now, get rid of it. Get rid of it, because you might not have that in the future.
Especially, and that's another thing I didn't explore with this guy is if you've had real estate holdings the last 5 years, you have a lot of red.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you basically take a tax-free sale?
Yeah, and that was my point exactly.
Yep. So taxes going down anytime soon? You think?
I don't see it. I can tell you. On the commercial,
it's just not possible. It's just not a possibility in today's world, I don't think.
Well, expenses don't go down. I mean, when was the last time you saw your health care or your car payments or your whatever?
Everybody wants a raise. That
actually, my car payments went down years ago. I started writing a check for the car.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Mine did too. But I mean, most normal people, Jeff, not you and I. But,
I drive what I can afford to write a check for.
That's it, and that's the way to do it these days.
And I drive it a long time.
Yes, 10 cents a mile. If I take the purchase price and I calculate what 10 cents a mile would be for mileage, and at that point, I'm allowed to get rid of it.
There you go.
My wife's van. We just bought her a new used van. We got a nice van with 2 years old with 30,000 miles on it for $17,500. So she has to drive it for 190,000 miles, basically.
That's all right.
We had a car once. It was a diesel, and we finally sold it. It had 500,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And we actually sold it to a guy in Marco, and it's probably been 5 years ago. A couple years ago, we were still seeing it driving around. So
good for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Funny stuff. All right, folks, you are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break from all this polite chatter and get into some real Best Buys across all of Southwest Florida. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Affordable Landscaping is the Real Estate Best Buys choice for all your lawn and landscaping needs. Affordable Landscaping has been serving Collier County residents for over 16 years with the absolute best value in landscaping and lawn maintenance, and is currently the landscape contractor for the city of Marco Island. No job is too big or too small. Affordable Landscaping is your one-stop shop for all your lawn and tree service, irrigation, pest control, landscape design, and installation needs. Affordable Landscaping is reliable, on time, and offers quality services at affordable prices. Call Affordable Landscaping right now at 239-389-1468. That's 239-389-1468. No matter what your lawn maintenance or landscaping needs are, you owe it to yourself to give Affordable Landscaping a call. You'll save time and money and a great peace of mind knowing Affordable Landscaping is on the job. Call Affordable Landscaping for a free estimate now at 239-389-1468.
BudgetBlinds.com.
Ever gone to a store to pick out new window treatments? But when you finally get home, it seems they never look quite as nice as the picture on the package. Well, there's a better way. Budget Blinds, bringing our showroom to your home. With Budget Blinds, you can view many styles such as plantation shutters, draperies, or blinds, all surrounded by your decor. No more guessing. The result? A perfect solution every time. 20 years in business, Budget Blinds is the nation's largest window treatment retailer with a personal touch from local, knowledgeable consultants. And we go the extra mile. Free temporary shades, free removal of your old blinds, and free installation. And there's a reason we're called Budget Blinds. Best quality, best value, best service, all with your budget in mind. Plus our exclusive, no questions asked warranty.
Come discover Budget Blinds. For special discount offers, visit budgetblinds.com. That's budgetblinds.com. Or call 1-888-88-BUDGET.
Budget Blinds, a style for every point of view.
budgetblinds.com.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. We've got a bunch. Tumbarello, it looks like you're taking over the desk here with your
I
deals.
am taking over that. I've planted my flag on this end of the desk.
All right. Why don't you get us started here?
14661 Duke Highway in Alva, Florida. It's a older 2-1 home, 1,750 square feet. It's listed at $58,350. This thing needs a lot of work. It's a frame home. But here's what's awesome about this, why I think this is the best buy. It's 2.3 acres. You have a house that needs work, a 2-1, but it's at 1,750 square feet. There's probably a lot of dens or something in it. But literally, you have 2.3 acres. Just to have 2.3 acres with a well and a septic tank on it for $58,000 is a good buy. And if you've got a house livable, that's wow. I mean, $10,000, $15,000, you make it livable. This would be awesome buy for that couple. I get a lot of calls from people looking for land to put an RV on. You could probably do that out here.
You could probably buy it, and you could rent space for people to put their RV on.
Yeah. Yeah, you could grow a lot of tomatoes on 2 acres.
Yep.
But if you'd like more information on this, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
Sandy.
Got another one. This one, we talk about this a lot, is in Valencia Lakes. This is not the least expensive home, but it is absolutely the best buy in Valencia Lakes. This is a 3,256 square foot under air on 0.16 acres. It's a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath home built in 2005, updated in 2011 with new appliances, plantation shutters, new carpet. Beautiful. This is listed at $269,999, which comes out to $82 a square foot. Again, this is a great location. It's someone that wants some land, wants to be out, low fees. It's got all the goodies of the association with the clubhouse, the pool, the playground, the fitness center, and all that good stuff. But again, a large home. Owner says we'll take all reasonable offers. Great opportunity for someone. If you're interested in seeing this one in Valencia Lakes, give me a call, Sandy Pastor, at 239-595-0714.
All right, and I'm going to be talking today again about 1055 Caxambas Drive. This is right on the Caxambas Pass. It's a near 4,000 square foot home. Again, unsurpassed views of the Caxambas Pass, 10,000 islands. Of course, it's located in the estate section of Marco Island. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It needs some work, but this is the bomb. This is I believe this is a great investment. The list price is $999,999, so it's $1 less than $1 million. I think it is worth substantially more than that, even with the work that it needs. Last week, and I'm going to renew it this week, and I've got a couple of others that I'm going to be talking about. If you allow me to represent you on this purchase, I will leave my commission in the deal. I think that, to me, is proof positive that I believe it's a good deal. So then at some point, we list it for sale, and then I would get my commission at that point if you make money on it. And if you don't, then I forego the commission. I don't know another way to, or a more powerful way to really tell you that I believe this is a great deal. So if you'd like more information, and I actually have gotten a couple of calls this past week, but it's still available. So if that's something of interest to you and you'd like to see it, or you'd like to get more information, give me a call, Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty at 239-450-3000. Tumbarello.
I'd like to talk about some office space for lease at Mid-Cape office building. They're building out on site pre-made offices anywhere from 600 to 1,000 square feet with a custom, what I call Miami finish, the polished concrete floors, glass walls, no drop ceiling. It's actually like when you go to retail, it's sprayed white with the metal ducting. Everybody has a kitchenette. Very nice kitchenette, full-size refrigerator, and a dishwasher. And these are going to be just a gross monthly lease, and the leases are even going to include electricity, water, everything. So you get your phones and your internet, and you got a place in your desk, and you got a place to move into that's built out, brand new space, ready to go. If you'd like more information on these, you give me a call at 239-567-9838 at Steel Bridge Realty.
All right. And Tumbarella comes in, brings you coffee every morning, too.
For the right price, anything's possible.
and donuts.
All right. Sandy, what do you have?
Okay. So if you don't want to go out quite that far in Valencia, got a great opportunity for you in Park Shore. This is a single-family home. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, almost 2,650 square feet. This one's on Fountainhead Lane. It's on 0.30 acres, right in Park Shore. Great location, close to the beach. This one's listed at $674,800. Interesting thing is, it also has a guest quarters with one bathroom, 1 bedroom, kitchen and living room, overlooking the lanai and the pool. This is a great opportunity for someone that needs this kind of beautiful home as well as the guest quarters. You don't find a lot of these with the separate quarters. Sometimes you find them kind of stuck in the back end of one of the ends of the home. This has also been fully renovated. So great opportunity for someone. This is a beauty. $674,800 in Park Shore on Fountainhead Lane. If you're interested in seeing this beautiful pool home, give me a call at 239-595-0714.
Okay, folks, you are listening to Real Estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tumbarella of Steel Bridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And we're going to take a break and come right back after this. Stay tuned.
Opportunity is knocking. Become a member now. The Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association was established in November 2003 and is now an industry leader. The Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association has been on the cutting edge of data gathering and analysis of the housing downtrend and foreclosures. Our analysis and trend reporting has made us an expert source for the media and set standards by which the housing market is analyzed and trended within the industry. Our members are real estate investors, real estate agents, title agents, insurance agents, landlords, property managers, wholesalers, rehabbers, note buyers, hedge fund managers, bulk asset purchasers, foreclosure and probate investors, and people just like you who are looking to gain a competitive edge. Our motto is knowledge withheld is knowledge wasted. Join us and check us out on the web at www.swflreia.com. That's www.swflreia.com.
Hi, I'm Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty's Park Shore and Ritz-Carlton offices. My partner, Pat Burnett, and I want to put our dedication, knowledge, and years of experience to work for you. Call us at 239-595-0714. If you want to buy or sell that beautiful home on the Gulf or on a championship golf course, we can help. I'm also certified and experienced in short sales and foreclosures with both buyers and sellers in this specialized type of real estate. Today, more than ever, it's important to work with an experienced and knowledgeable realtor. Naples is our home and our specialty. For a free market report or other information, call us at 239-595-0714.
Hello, my name is Tim Ivey. I'm married and the proud father of 4 beautiful children. I cannot think of anything more important than their protection and safety. That's why I'm proud to speak to you about Aegis Microbe Shield, a state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly antimicrobial product which can be applied to all surfaces. It provides a permanent barrier against germs and microorganisms. This green technology was developed by Dow Corning and has been used by NASA, the NFL, and even the United States Army. And now it's available to you. My company, Microbial Block, is the exclusive provider of the Aegis Microbe Shield technology to all of Florida. It has been proven effective in homes, hospitals, assisted living facilities, schools, athletic facilities, and more. For a free quote, call me today at 239-300-7585. That's 239-300-7585. Or you can log on to my website at www.microbialblock.com. That's MICROBIAL block.com. Microbialblock.com.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. We come together every week and talk about the best buys across all of Southwest Florida. I've got what I think is an amazing deal on a condo on Marco. This is at Anglers Cove. The amazing thing about Anglers Cove, well, it's got a great location, good views, boat docks are there and available. Prices, which I'll talk about in a minute, are affordable. These can actually cash flow, which is an amazing thing on Marco Island. This particular condominium allows weekly rentals. So if you wanted to use it for a week here and there, nope, you use it. And when you're not using it, you rent it out. And like I said, these will cash flow. This particular unit is about almost 800 square feet under air, being sold turnkey. This is a third floor unit of a 5-story building, recently updated, and asking price is $129,900. Another amazing thing is the monthly maintenance is $375 a month, which includes virtually everything: cable, water, sewer, even electric. It's everything for $375 a month. This can cash flow, and it's a great spot if you are seasonal and come in week, a week here, a week there, and when you're not here, you rent it out. If you'd like to see it or you'd like more information, give me a call. Jeff Popick, 239-450-3000. Umbrella.
Got a home that investors just dream about. 923 Cayuga Street East in Lehigh Acres. It says a 2-3, but I'm thinking some walls were taken down because it's 2,184 square feet. It's a home in Lehigh built in 1999. This thing needs heavy remediation for everything. I think it's going to need a lot of rehab. And it's listed at $74,900, which is $34 a square foot. For Lehigh Acres is a very, very big home. There's a demand for the big homes. We do tenant placement out there, and the bigger homes trade quick. The mid-sized ones tend to sit. The smaller and the bigger are really what there's a demand for out there. At $74,900 at $34 a square foot, depending on how much money, how much work this needs, this home will be a nice cash flowing investment for probably years to come. And, at the right price, it really gets to be an attractive deal. This is almost one of the ones that I'll watch. And if nobody buys it right away, as they ratchet the prices down, you take a shot. Right. If you'd like more information, you give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
Okay.
That could definitely be one of our woulda, coulda, shouldas, too.
At some point, yeah. I mean, at 34 square foot, depending on how much work it needs.
Right.
But at 21, it's a big house. It's a lot of house for the money.
Yep. Sandy.
Okay, got an opportunity for rental income here. This is a quadruplex in Lely Tropical Estates. It is 4 units. Each one is 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It says always 100% occupied. This one rents, each unit is showing that it rents for $1,000 a month, and it's listed at $309,900. It says it's solid concrete construction. It's got the washer dryer hookup in each unit. These are long-term tenants that are here. This one definitely cash flows and is a good opportunity for an investor to take a look at this one. Again, it's a quadruplex, 2-1. They're all 2-1s, renting $1,000 a month. If you're interested in something like this, give me a call. I'd love to show it to you. Sandy Pastor, 239-595-0714.
All right. And I've got a home on Marco. This is bank-owned, 1953 Sheffield. It's actually a large home. It shows the AC square footage at 2,100, a little bit over 2,100. But there is a basement, if you will, that's huge.
A basement?
It's kind of weird. I mean, it is kind of funny to call it a basement, but us Marco Islanders, you'd have to see the house.
Like an underground basement?
Well, it's not. The house is on a slope, and so so you go in the front door, and then you'd go down, and that house kind of follows the contour of that.
You notice here in Florida, we don't say hill or mountain; we say slope.
A little slope.
A little slope.
That's right. Anyway, it's really quite an opportunity. It was built in 2000, 1953 Sheffield Avenue. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home, $316,800. Really quite a deal. This one at some point will be one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda. So if you'd like more information, give me a call at 239-450-3000. Tumbarella.
Got another one of them price versus value deals. 12371 Jewelstone Lane in Fort Myers. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home in Stony Brook and Gateway. It is 2,925 square feet under air. Okay, that's $82 a square foot for a reasonably newer built home in a gated community. You cannot replicate this for $82 a square foot. Even if you had to put 20, 30 grand in it to make it right, you're still nowhere near what it would cost to replicate this property. Again, the address is 12371 Jewelstone Lane. It's in Stony Brook and Gateway, and at $82 a square foot, that's a good buy.
And they're gonna go bye. I mean, some of these deals and these prices are just crazy.
It was interesting when I was pulling things for the show. I went back to some of the ones I talked about specifically, and they're gone. They're gone. It's all good things, good news. It's still active, and like we say every week, what we need more than anything right now is listings.
Our listings,
but
which isn't necessarily the case across the entire country.
Oh, not at all.
There are still areas, and I think that's partly why some. No,
we crashed first, so we're out first. I mean, it's
yeah. All right, folks, you are listening to Real Estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break and come right back with more Best Buys. Stay tuned.
There's a wise old saying, you cannot build a solid structure on a shaky foundation. Nowhere is this truer than when it comes to the construction of your next house or commercial building. Often overlooked, concrete is one of the most important parts of the building process, so be sure to call the best in concrete construction. General Concrete Corporation. General Concrete builds slabs that are level, walls that are plumb, and buildings that are square. This will save you time, money, and headaches now and well into the future. Call General Concrete at 239-571-1100. for a free quote on any size job. New homes or commercial buildings, remodels, additions, even patios and sidewalks. General Concrete gets it done right the first time. Call General Concrete now at 239-571-1100. That's 239-571-1100.
Of course you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
In today's competitive real estate market, timing is everything. Steelbridge Realty LLC is a licensed real estate brokerage headquartered in Lee County that utilizes cutting-edge marketing techniques to offer solutions in today's market. Steelbridge Realty's group of professionals have decades of experience and have navigated through many business cycles. If you own real estate that you're thinking of selling, we would be happy to provide you with a free competitive market analysis. If you have any general questions about buying or selling land, residential or commercial real estate in Florida, call Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838. That's Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838. Or you can check us out on the web anytime, day or night at www.lee-county-homes.com. That's www.lee-county-homes.com.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. And right now we've got Denny Grimes with Royal Shell Real Estate. Denny's been around for a long time, knows the market inside and out. Denny, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
You're talking today with Jeff Popick, Jeff Tumbarello, and Sandy Pastor. And what's your take on the market these days, Denny?
Well, I think that the national media is finally getting the picture that the market's improving. And again, there's a lot of different metaphors we could use to describe the market. And again, I'll speak generally to residential and existing home market. Is that we're basically just this summer celebrated the third anniversary of the market's bottomed, and people have been waiting for the bottom, wonder if it's getting better. And so it's been improving for the last 3 years, but the media is finally getting a handle on the fact that our market has already made its turn and heading back up. And some may say that, well, it probably couldn't go down any further, and they may be right.
That's interesting. So the third anniversary of the bottom, that's really interesting.
Statistically, my database shows, I want to say it was August of 2009. We almost pierced it in August of 10 again. We were close. But
now, this was Lee County specifically?
Lee County. Yeah, okay. We're better than Collier County. We bought them first.
All right.
Yeah, we went, and the interesting thing is, and you're right, Jeff, I forget the month, it was June, July, or August, but we track it on a monthly basis of the median. If you want to use that as a yardstick, what the median sales price is, and there's like a lot of different yardsticks, but we went from 322 in December of 2005 to 79.8 or 79.9, and that basically is a fall like from outer space to the ground, and that is probably that percentage decline would get us a blue ribbon in the distressed market category.
Now, here's a question for you, Denny. As the distressed market, it's fading away, and right now, particularly the islands, Sanibel, Captiva, those areas are lighting up, and your company, Royal Shell, is definitely one of the ones driving that. First, good job. I mean, it's funny. There's some companies that are ahead of the curve, and there's some companies that are chasing the curve. And from what I see, you guys are really, and you're driving the curve, man. Would you like to comment on that?
Well, yeah, certainly the company is doing a fantastic job. They entered the market and purchased an well-established existing vacation rental company called Royal Shell. The parent company, which a lot of people don't know, is a trucking company out of the Midwest, and they move a lot of stuff. So they decided that because they own property here or vacationed here, like many business people do, they wanted to take advantage of the market here. So they stepped in, systematically learned the market, and decided to integrate into the residential real estate market from vacation rentals. And they had that upper end market of Sanibel, Captiva, and they really had great market share there. And a lot of those people who rent for a while eventually become buyers, and so they wanted to leverage that. And what better way to bookend a high-end luxury market than to go to Naples? And they went in, the family who owned Royal Shell and with the local leadership went into Naples and went and put it right in an office right on Boardwalk and Park Place in the prime area of Fifth Avenue. And the irony is they basically moved into a space that was probably vacated by someone who had to leave because of the economy. And so there's some sort of saying out there that says, smart money kind of comes into the market when a lot of people are in fear. And so the growth of Royal Shell from that office to the Bonita office to the Fort Myers office where I work out of, to the more recent acquisition of a North Naples office, we basically have our chessboard set up where we can basically service anyone from Captiva to Fifth Avenue, and even, which is less publicized, they've even gone into purchasing existing real estate operations in upper-end markets in North Carolina, such as Cashiers and Highlands, and they've purchased some resorts like the Golden Ocala Resort in Ocala, which is, again, a destination resort. So they're very strategic about their growth, and the great thing for the agents, me included, and our clients is the fact that they're stepping in and spending marketing dollars and positioning dollars when a lot of the nationals are stepping out.
It's a different philosophy, but it's certainly working for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of like what you say, Tamburello. I mean, the investors now are the guys buying from pessimists.
Yeah, now you buy from pessimists and sell to optimists. Yeah. That's how you make money in this game.
Yep, same kind of philosophy. It's interesting. And where are you seeing the most growth or the greatest turnaround? Is it Lee County, Collier County, certain particular areas within those?
Well, Lee County basically had its legs cut off because of we had the dry kindling, which was affordable land, and that's basically what lit our fire. And the problem with the dry kindling, it can burn bright, but it doesn't burn long. And so a lot of people speculated in those homes. I call them the halftime buyers. It went out. A guy goes out at halftime, the halftime of a football game to get a six-pack of beer. He stops by a model home center, and before the game starts, he's bought 3 homes to be delivered in 18 to 24 months with no money down. And so that, as Jeff knows, I mean, it created basically that was the earthquake that caused the tsunami that basically hit us, 18 to 24 months after that.
Well, you had lotteries. I mean, the frenzy was infectious to a lot of people that otherwise wouldn't have participated in it.
Unbelievable.
Well, we know now that was a reverse lottery because those people that actually won the ticket to buy the house were the losers.
Right, exactly.
Yep. Crazy.
What's funny is here we are again with really cheap land and demographic tailwind, and here we go again.
Yeah. So where's the opportunity? I mean, for somebody listening, where's the opportunity now?
Either as an investor or a homeowner.
Yeah. Well, I think, and then I think really for the normal, not the sophisticated investor, because, I think, they were stepping in, courthouse stuff, buying it, fixing it up. There's a lot of people that have that model. But you can still do that. It's harder now with the prices coming up. You can still buy houses to cash flow. But I think the market moving forward for the quote investor is going to be, I would say it's going to be the minor league investor who is basically user/opportunist. And that would be someone who wants to step into something that's going to be not that entry-level stuff that, sub $100,000 or sub $40,000 property that one would be able to pick up. It's going to be something in that in the market it's still lackluster, and that's generally in Lee County. It's going to be in that $400,000 to maybe $800,000 range. When you see people now that are losing their homes because they're unemployed or underemployed, they're typically going to be in that upper end price range, not the lower end, because that basically has bled out through the foreclosures, etc. So if somebody wanted to pick up a great home in a country club area for a first or second home, they're going to be able to do so and buy it below replacement cost if they keep their eyes peeled. Now, that's going to be in a price range the typical investor is not going to step into, the purist investor who is going to look for cash flow, because you're not going to buy a $400,000 home and cash flow it. So if somebody's going to be a user/opportunist, that is the market. Keep an eye on those distressed properties coming into a location they would want to use themselves or live in themselves, and they're going to get a great deal on some properties if they're patient.
Those are good words, folks. You're listening to a guy who's been around for a pretty long time, which is amazing that he's only 21 years old. I don't know how you manage that. But anyway, Denny, why don't you give your contact if somebody wants to get in touch with you? How do they do that?
Well, the best way to reach me is directly at my office at 239-689-7600 or at my email, denny@dennygrimes.com.
All right, Denny, it was great having you on. There's some good words, some gems of information there, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys. We're going to take a break. Thanks again, Denny. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Looking for tenants? You should know that the most important part of property management is qualifying tenants, yet many overlook this vital step in the process. Michael Lyons with Zivkovic and Associates Real Estate Services specializes in property management. In fact, he currently manages over 400 homes. He's a licensed real estate agent and also licensed as a condo association manager. Additionally, Michael is completely fluent in Spanish. Michael Lyons has resided in Southwest Florida his entire life and enjoys doing property management. If you need help managing your home or just want a tenant placed, call 239-560-6164. That's 239-560-6164. Or visit his website at www.swflpropertymanager.com. That's swflpropertymanager.com.
Hi, I'm Sandy Pasteur, Prudential Florida Realty's Park Shore and Ritz-Carlton offices. My partner, Pat Burnett, and I want to put our dedication, knowledge, and years of experience to work for you. Call us at 239-595-0714. If you want to buy or sell that beautiful home on the Gulf or on a championship golf course, we can help. I'm also certified and experienced in short sales and foreclosures, with both buyers and sellers in this specialized type of real estate. Today, more than ever, it's important to work with an experienced and knowledgeable realtor. Naples is our home and our specialty. For a free market report or other information, call us at 239-595-0714.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tumbarello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pasteur, Prudential Florida Realty.
And talking about some crazy summertime still deals out there that are really something you might want to take advantage of right now. I think come another 3-4 months, these kinds of deals will be gone.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a different environment once again. So anyway, Sandy, why don't you get us started off?
Okay. Talked about this before, but I want to bring it up again because I think as we get into the fall, this one is not going to be here. This is a beautiful single-family home in Saturnia Lakes. It is listed at $395,000. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath pool home on the lake. Open concept. The master suite is absolutely huge. We've got a large walk-in closet, plus it's got a balcony off of the sitting area in the master bedroom. The pool cage is 2 stories, so you're perfectly fine to sit out there all year round, basically, and enjoy the evening or the sunrise. This is over 2,900 square feet. It's a beautiful home, absolutely gorgeous, 3-car garage. Saturnia is a fabulous community off of Immokalee Road. It's got all the bells and whistles with the pool, the tennis courts, the clubhouse. Interestingly, it also has its own little beach. So you're not on the Gulf, but you do have sand and a great place for your kids or your grandkids to play. Of course, it's got the tot lot and the spa and all that good kind of thing. So if you're interested in this one, truly the best buy in Saturnia, give me a call at Sandy Pasteur, 239-595-0714.
All right, and that is a great spot. That whole area right there,
yeah,
where Saturnia Lakes is really a great.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely
really
gorgeous.
Is. Yep. Okay, folks, I've got another deal that I'm telling you is a great deal, and I'm not just telling it to you. I'm backing it up with that commission offer of leaving it in the deal until it sells and makes money. I don't know how else to convey that point. There is a vacant lot. It's 1982 San Marco Road. It is the lowest priced property. It's a water direct lot. Price is $224. Now there is one lot priced a little bit lower, but that lot has roughly a $19,000 sewer assessment. So when you do the math, this one is the lowest price, especially considering this one has a view. It's a great view. Again, this is direct access right at the Marco Island River, right at the backwaters. Great spot for if you're a deck boating kind of person or jet skis, whatever. When you do the math and you figure out what you can build a home for, this is hands down the best deal on Marco Island today. 1982 San Marco Road. If you'd like more information, give me a call to 239-450-3000. And by the way, I spoke about another lot, a comparable value a couple of weeks ago. That was $229. That one is now gone. So this one is still available and ready for somebody who wants to take up that opportunity. Anyway, Tumbarella.
1241. My God, I've had a lot of coffee today. 12441 Country Day Circle in Fort Myers. This is another large home and gateway of 4.3, built in 05, 3,500 square feet under air. This is a pool home overlooking a lake, $74.29 a square foot at list price. You cannot replicate this for probably $120. So, there's instant value here, and as the market corrects, you're going to look brilliant. More importantly, you're going to function against a good purchase on something like this. But you have a nice pool home in Gateway. If you don't know where Gateway is, it's right off I-75, really close to the airport, really close to the new Red Sox stadium, and most importantly, the mecca of all chocolate places.
I was just going to say that.
Norman
Absolutely.
Love is right there. And there's Irresistible
the
Confections is pretty good too, and they're right down the road as well.
Absolutely.
And I've had them both and thoroughly enjoyed them both. But when your wife gets really, really angry with you, it's a short hop for a box of Norman Love.
Sure beats flowers.
Yeah, and she might even let you have a piece of the chocolate if you buy it right. If you'd like more information, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-567-9838.
That is a great location there. I've sold there too, and I think I stopped by that confectionery more than once.
They have a cop outside on Valentine's Day directing traffic.
You've been there at Easter? It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, same thing. Well, they have a good product.
They have a great product. They have a great product. He's got a great history.
Try and tell him there's a recession going on.
Oh, you should see the store in Naples. It's unbelievable.
Living proof. If you do a good job, work hard, and give a good product,
quality product,
you'll always
Absolutely.
be busy.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not the cheapest guy in town.
That's kind of the other philosophy. You make money on the buy, so to speak, and that's kind of an example of that, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sandy.
Yeah, should have him on. Maybe he'd bring some, huh? Anyway. Okay, talked about this one before, and actually a little surprised it's still here, but I want to bring it to your attention one more time. This is in Island Cove in Pelican Marsh. It is a little over 1,800 square feet. This is a villa, 2-car attached garage. It's 2+ den. At one point, I know with another company, this was being advertised as a 3-bedroom, but it is a 2+ den, 2 bath, could be 3. And it is, like I said, in Island Cove, which is one of the most sought-after communities within Pelican Marsh. Very little inventory here. This one's on the lake. I know there is also available to review plans for a pool, and a really interesting concept and design on that one. So this one is listed at $519. And a good deal, good buy in Pelican Marsh, close to the beach, close to Mercado, close to just about anything you could want, for sure. Not too far, actually, from the Naples chocolatier that Norman loves, we were just talking about. So if you're interested in seeing this, give me a call at 239-595-0714.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get to some more amazing deals across all of Southwest Florida. And you can always check us out on the web at www.realestatebestbuystoday.com. We'll be right back after this. Stay tuned.
Looking for tenants? You should know that the most important part of property management is qualifying tenants, yet many overlook this vital step in the process. Michael Lyons with Zivkovic and Associates Real Estate Services specializes in property management. In fact, he currently manages over 400 homes. He's a licensed real estate agent and also licensed as a condo association manager. Additionally, Michael is completely fluent in Spanish. Michael Lyons has resided in Southwest Florida his entire life and enjoys doing property management. If you need help managing your home or just want a tenant placed, call 239-560-6164. That's 239-560-6164. Or visit his website at www.swflpropertymanager.com. That's swflpropertymanager.com.
Hi, this is Tim with Microbial Block, a service provider of the Aegis Microbe Shield technology. It's an antimicrobial spray that, when applied, becomes a part of whatever surface you are applying it to. It forms a microscopic layer of pins that carry an electrical charge, and when bacteria or germ-causing microorganisms come in contact with this layer of pins, it pops like a balloon. Since it's a mechanical kill of the microorganism and not a chemical kill, the layer of pins remain on the surface to kill again. This is a green technology, so it is safe for use in any application, whether it is at home, work, school, nursery, church, or at the mall. If you see Microbial Block's green and blue shield, you know you are being protected from germs. Microbial Block, active defense against germs. Call us today at 239-300-7585 or check us out on the web at microbialblock.com. That's MICROBIAL block.com. microbialblock.com.
Affordable Landscaping is the real estate Best Buy's choice for all your lawn and landscaping needs. Affordable Landscaping has been serving Collier County residents for over 16 years with the absolute best value in landscaping and lawn maintenance, and is currently the landscape contractor for the city of Marco Island. No job is too big or too small. Affordable Landscaping is your one-stop shop for all your lawn and tree service, irrigation, pest control, landscape design, and installation needs. Affordable Landscaping is reliable, on time, and offers quality services at affordable prices. Call Affordable Landscaping right now at 239-389-1468. That's 239-389-1468. No matter what your lawn maintenance or landscaping needs are, you owe it to yourself to give Affordable Landscaping a call. You'll save time and money and a great peace of mind knowing Affordable Landscaping is on the job. Call Affordable Landscaping for a free estimate now at 239-389-1468.
It's time to get back with Jeff, Sandy, and Jeff, the trio with insight into today's Southwest Florida real estate market. It's Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. And why don't we jump right into this, Tumbarella?
I actually want to talk about an event.
All right.
The Southwest Florida REIA luncheon for Lee County is coming up this coming Thursday. And
again, that's the Real Estate Investment Association.
Yeah, the Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association. It's where all the beautiful people go. It's all the beautiful people where
Jeff's
we all
been
attend.
there, right?
Yeah, of course. We got that title when Popick showed up.
There you go.
Yeah, I have that.
But the Paul Forsberg, he's actually a real live guy wholesaling lots in today's market in Charlotte County. He's going to come down and talk about how he's wholesaling lots in Charlotte County. We're meeting at the...
that was quite a compelling interview, by the way.
Paul's a good dude.
It really
Absolutely.
Interesting stuff.
It's fascinating.
And we're meeting at Kumo's Steakhouse, which is off 6 Mile Cypress and Colonial, basically in that area. They have a very good lunch menu. Me and my wife went and tried it out. We took one for the team and went and had lunch there. And tried it out. We had a great lunch. The room will work for what we're doing because with the REIA, we're starting to float around now. We're not just going to meet in one location. We're going to meet all over both counties. We're also starting to meet in Collier now, too. If you'd like more information about the meeting, go to www.swflreia.com and hit the button for monthly luncheons.
All right. And that stands for Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment
Association. Good job, Jeffrey.
There you go.
Well, sometimes you say the REIA and, sometimes people don't get the act.
Well, hopefully we have new listeners occasionally, so you do have to go and
absolutely.
tell them what it is.
You got to
right?
tell them what it is.
That's
Sandy,
right.
what do you have?
Okay.
Sandy's not having a luncheon. She's having a dinner at her house tonight, serving steak, lobster, whatever.
Make sure mine's medium rare.
It's the only way to do it, isn't it?
Yes.
There's no any other way. And also grilled veggies for you.
And tofu.
Well, I don't know about that, but...
All right, go
Anyway, single-family home. This one is in Madison Park, which is a really nice community off of Davis Boulevard. This is a 2+ den, 2-bath, single-family, as I said. This one was built in 2007. It's listed at $230,000. It is a short sale, but it is also bank approved. So someone that's looking for, not a lot of fees, not a lot of bells and whistles, but wants a nice home to come to here, either for a second home or a primary home. This is a great opportunity for someone. You can give me a call if you'd like to see this. This also has a pool, by the way. I forgot to mention that, which is kind of important, with the cage. give me a call at 239-595-0714.
Actually, can I suggest real quick, Sandy, for the dinner, I would wrap the tofu in bacon.
Ooh.
Bacon wrapped tofu. There's a concept.
Or prosciutto.
Yeah.
All right, folks. That about wraps it up for us. Be sure to tune in every week right here at 98.9 FM.
Cooking tips as well.
With cooking tips, real estate and cooking right here. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Be sure to listen to Real Estate Best Buys every Sunday morning at 10. Brought to you by the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro. In the meantime, if you need help buying or selling property on Marco Island, be sure to call Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, 239-450-3000. That's 239-450-3000. For help in Naples, call Sandy Pasteur of Prudential Florida Realty at 239-595-0714. That's 239-595-0714. And for all your real estate needs in Lee County, call Jeff Tumbarillo of Steel Bridge Realty, 239-567-9838. That's 239-567-9838.